Hey everyone, welcome to NMP Talk Show. And this evening, it's fun, fun, fun. For the past few weeks, we've been dealing with complex topics. So we decided that this one should be very light. And, as you can see on stage, we have beautiful ladies that have joined us. And they're going to explain on how they go about having fun. And as our topics explains today, we're talking about traveling. If you travel, you don't need to buy a lot of things, you know, invest in traveling because that will help you with your mental awareness. So on stage, Figile, I almost introduced everyone.
I know you like doing that, Neo. It's okay. I was gonna allow you to do that as you always do. But hi, welcome everyone. Thanks for hosting us, Neo, today. So like you've said today we are light. You know, I'm lively as well. Unlike the previous weeks
Yeah.
where we were a little bit depressed. But hey, today it's a fun week. We will be sharing the experiences of people who are traveling, like people who live for traveling. We say
Yeah.
spend less and travel more. How? Because
Yeah.
this will contribute to your world, to your mental health. We've got Dorothy joining us today, who will share her experience on traveling, her international travels. She decided to travel across Africa, and she would like to hear more, like what was the culture like, and the likes. Now, please introduce the two guests that are joining us for today.
Awesome. We'll definitely do that. We have Tressa Fields. She's connecting from LA, Los Angeles. So thank you for cutting time from your work to join us and explain how you feel about traveling. You've been here in South Africa and we enjoyed your company. And yeah, we want to hear experiences from you and how it helped you, how it opened your mind, to different things. And we also have Pumzile. Pumzile as well is well traveled. We're hoping to hear the experiences. They've walked the bed of the sea. Who walked the sea? Noah, not Noah.
Only Jesus that I know.
No, 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 no. When the water parted, that's a
Oh,
quiz.
Moses. Oh, Moses and the Israelites. Is it? I
It was
missed it.
Pumzile.
Let's hear Pumzila sharing that with us. I missed that one then.
All right. Now, Pumzile is going to explain that to us. So,
Yeah.
ladies, thank you for joining us. We're really looking forward to this program. We've been waiting for it. I've been looking at my watch, and it's like time was going so slow to get to this point of the day. But now we have you here. Internet is still behaving thus far, so let's get on to it. Stressa, can we start with you? You can unmute yourself. Can you? Okay, I'll mute you.
Second.
Oh,
Sorry, my computer was having some trouble. It keep stop recording and all that stuff. Sorry about
all
that.
right. I see doubles.
Not a
What what
problem.
Oh,
what's
you see
what
double
with the
on
other?
me? Uh oh.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. Let's try again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
we
Now
see.
we missed her. All
No,
right.
you gone. Okay, she's coming back.
All right. What while she connects, let's jump over to Pumzile. Pumzile, I know you and Maseho travel a lot.
So
I've
how
seen
many
your
of me do
post.
you see? Sorry.
Okay, now we can see you, and the other one is trying to join.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's. No, no worry, don't stress. While you're getting
Sorry.
sorted, let's speak to Pumzile. So Pumzile, please
Okay.
tell us about yourself. Tell us why you love traveling, what it does to you. When you do those bookings online, and then the days are slowly going. What goes on with you?
Okay, my name is Pumzile Zwane, as mentioned. So, my love for traveling started from when I was young. You know, my parents used to like, I used to give them grief because I would travel from one friend to the next, and eventually they just accepted that's who I was. And then I think in 2007, that's when I met Masiho and we became friends. And I was so happy to
Mm-hmm.
discover that she also loved traveling. But you know, I've always wondered, how do people who travel, how do they afford? What happens? How do you book? You know, I've always wondered about the process. And then Masako said to me, you know, we could start small. We don't have to spend a lot. We could start small and make it a goal to travel, you know, here in South Africa, our very beautiful country. So that's where it all started. So um, we organized a trip, and it was to Durban, and we did a cruise there. So it was very nice.
Ah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Masiho,
Awesome. You
Masiho,
know, Pumzile, talking about traveling to South Africa, you know, as Figile, I always think that when you have to travel, I have to get my passport stamped. I must have a passport. I must be out of the country. So now you're
Yes,
saying that it's possible that to start like visiting our beloved country. I like how you put it. Our
yes.
beloved country, South Africa. What places will you recommend?
Well, I would recommend Durban. It's a very friendly city. The weather is beautiful, the people are friendly, and there's a lot to explore because it's a big province. So that is my first preference. And then I also enjoyed Cape Town. It's beautiful. You get to see different things as well. But you know, one thing I would say, our country is beautiful. It's truly beautiful. And one thing I appreciate about when I started my traveling here in South Africa, it was sort of like a stepping stone for me to appreciate my country. When I leave and go outside, you know, I could sort of like compare and see how different things are or how similar things are. But it has helped me a lot. You know, traveling in South Africa has helped me a lot to appreciate my country more and its beauty. I do not want to lie. South Africa is beautiful.
I
Awesome.
know South Africa
Awesome.
is beautiful, and unfortunately, I haven't traveled South Africa that much, and I feel bad because boss lady over here, Tressa, has traveled South Africa more than I did,
I
and she had
love
to come
South
from
Africa.
overseas to come and
I love South
yeah.
Africa. That's my
So,
second
so before
home.
we jump over to you, Tressa, ne?
Yeah, before my computer act crazy. I don't know why it doesn't want to record this. It keeps kicking me
Before
out.
we jump over to you, I want to play you. Yeah. All right. You know what we can do?
See if you
Close
you
your
you you,
browser
you have yeah. You
and
want me to close my
reopen
browser and
it
try to
so
log
that
back
it
in?
refreshes.
Okay. Let me. I'm
That's
gonna
it.
try to log back in, Neil.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe reboot your machine if it's possible. We'll
While
be
we're
here
waiting
waiting for
for
you.
Tessa, I just
So in
wanted
any
to share
case,
on what Pumzile was saying.
Pumzile,
While we were waiting on Tessa, I
uh,
wanted to share on what Pumzile was saying. You know, it's really a little bit
yeah,
embarrassing that we're staying in South Africa, but we don't really visit South Africa that
yeah,
much. We've got specific areas that we visit to.
yes.
So my brother said traveling was not in me. So my older brother, actually, not your husband, my older brother actually came back from abroad and like, let's visit Mpumalanga. And I'm from Mpumalanga. I was born and bred there, but I didn't know there were places to visit in Mpumalanga. I was like, hey, visit Mpumalanga. There are places you can take me, not in Mpumalanga. Only now at
Yeah,
my old age I realize that hey, my hometown is pretty. My hometown is
it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
I've visited the backyard of my hometown. It's so beautiful. The mountains, there's
It
so
is
much that you
beautiful.
can do there.
Wait a
So
minute.
we
Yeah.
Mpumalanga is my hometown. What are you talking about? That's where
hey, hometown, welcome.
I got in Mpumalanga with Pearl. That's where her mom is from. I've been there. I've been to the God's Window.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
been to I don't know wherever that mountain was with the waterfall and where they do that swing. Where the people, I guess it's like bungee jumping, but it's a swing. No way I'm doing
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's my home. What are you talking about?
Look at me. I don't even know that. I do
Tressa,
know the places where there's waterfalls,
Yeah,
but I don't know where that is.
yeah. Hey, Neil, I'm going to try to log on with my
while you're
tablet,
talking
see if
about
that
that,
works
eh?
better. Huh?
All right, yeah. Just make sure you close your browser then.
Yeah, I'm
This
going to
one,
try
yeah.
and see if my tablet works better. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so I want to play you a video. Um, I think Pumzile, you'll resonate with this video. Let's see. Where is that video? Oh my word. Now I want to play a video. I can't find it. Okay. All right.
Some viewers are
Okay, I'm going
saying
to
that
share it.
Mpumalanga is the place to visit, actually, and Cape Town, Northwest, Sun City, and Nelspruit. I don't know
Mm.
if you can be specific on which areas of Nelspruit we can visit as well. It will be lovely to know all these places that we can travel to in our country.
Yes, that's true. And Mpumalanga is so big and it's beautiful. It's
It is. It
amazing.
is.
It's very beautiful.
The mountains. Hi.
Okay, can you
They
see that, eh?
very inviting.
All right. Let's see.
Hi everyone. I hope you're absolutely going to enjoy tonight's show. My name is Maseho and I love traveling. How about you? Do you like traveling? I hope you do. So I'm just going to share a few of my experiences that I've enjoyed from my previous trips, such so that you can be encouraged to start traveling as well. So I'll start with my most recent one. We went to Zambia, Victoria Falls. And obviously, Victoria Falls, you have to do some excursion around the falls, right? So we went to the Angels Pool. You know, when you see those videos where people are just right there on the edge of the falls. That's what we did. That's what we did. We went to the Angels Falls and it was just amazing. It was amazing. We got to go into the water and we got to swim right there by the edge of the falls. And it was just a perfect day. The rainbow was out and we could just sit there and enjoy the water, and the water was so warm. So that was so amazing. It was a bit pricey, but it was worth it. And after the excursion, we did lunch. It came with lunch, and they gave us the best amazing food with drinks, and you could try their local beer as well. So it was just amazing. I'll always cherish that experience. And the other one that I would like to share is when we went to Mauritius. So we did the excursion where we went and walked the ocean floor. We literally walked into the ocean, or rather took the stairs into the ocean from the boat, and we walked the ocean floor. So they put those dome over your head and you are able to breathe nicely underwater, and you could just touch or rather try to touch the fishes and stuff. So it's another way of snorkeling, but on a higher level. It was just amazing, 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 amazing. So I loved that excursion. And before then, we did the where they tie you to the boat with the parachute and then you just float around behind the boat. It was just amazing as well. We loved it. Mauritius was beautiful. Another one is when we went to South America. Between Brazil and Argentina, there are the Iguazu Falls. There is so much water there. If you know the Vic Falls, the Iguazu Falls are like 10 times more than the Vic Falls. And they are so amazing. So the excursion that we did was to take the boat to the bottom of the falls course because they are so big. And we took that excursion and went to the bottom of the falls, and we just enjoyed sitting there and experiencing that majesty and appreciating Jehovah's creation. So if you travel, I would advise you to please buy experiences. Experiences, even when you are 60, you can sit around with your grandkids and your great grandkids and just tell them all the experiences that you had while traveling. Don't stress too much about the souvenirs, the expensive clothes, the labels, and all those things. Buy experiences. You can buy those expensive perfumes and all those things in your later years, because when the more you grow older, some experiences you can't do. So focus on your experiences, even if it's locally. Find something that you can just do during the weekend. It doesn't have to be a whole week that you have to travel overseas. Local, you can just go with your friends and look for a certain particular activity that is mostly experienced around that area. Like if you go to Paris, you can do river rafting, or if you go to Cape Town, you hike to the Lion's Head, something affordable that is within your budget. But start traveling and buy experiences. Experiences, experiences, experiences. So let's go out there. The whole world is out there for us to experience and enjoy. I hope you'll be traveling soon. Bye.
Wow. You know, some people, eh? Ish, ish. You know, if you don't travel,
You know, one thing I liked about what you said is that we are not, we don't have to look at it as we're spending money. Let's look at it as we're purchasing experiences. I mean, you can,
yeah,
I can buy a perfume, it will finish. But if I buy an experience, it's something that I'll tell my grandkids, you know, my kids, they will know about this experience I purchased. I once did this and this and that. And I mean, this is lovely. How wonderful is this?
it is. Um. Oh, sorry. What's happening here? What I've realized is a lot of people don't travel, but they would invest on their, you know, buying houses, cars, beautiful clothes, perfume, go out to the malls, you know, local malls, restaurant. There's nothing wrong with it. But I realized that a lot of people who travel have stopped spending a lot of money on things that they buy. They would invest
Mhm.
in travel, in traveling, so they would know, okay, for this period of time I'm saving for my traveling overseas or wherever. So I think that's what we need to really think hard on, that yes, spoiling ourselves with material things, it's nice, eh? You know, you worked hard for it, but traveling can give you the satisfaction that anything, more than anything, that can give you, that you just buy in the house. Oh, what do you think about that?
I totally agree. You know, as you're speaking, I'm like thinking, you know, I spoke to you earlier in the week that, you know, when
Yeah,
people are facing financial troubles, you know, the
yeah,
first thing they think of is to cut out on certain things. you know. But
Yeah.
what you're saying right now is you must save, you know, you must
Yes.
learn to put money aside for certain
Yeah.
things. It's not a bad thing to buy a property, I'm investing in it. To buy
Mm,
a nice car, I'm investing in it.
mm,
Although a car, it's something that we can argue, but I spend so much money going to eating out, you know. I buy, or I love shoes. I buy a number of shoes. With the money that I purchase shoes with, I could just say, okay, I'm not purchasing shoes this year. I'm putting money aside so that I can travel. So I have to save with a goal. Must have an intention. And that will work wonders with my mental health as well. Hey?
If I
oh,
can
that's
cut
nice.
in real quick before my screen go out on me,
Yes,
I'm one
Tressa.
too who loves to travel. Like I think I've been to South Africa already 3 times. Planning on coming back again in December if things work out. But in September, actually, me and a group we're going to Rome, Paris, and London. And this would be my second time in Paris, my third time in London, first time in Rome, but I've been to other countries in Europe. But like I agree. Traveling, it's not expensive if you plan it right. I got kicked out again, y'all. Sorry. I don't know if y'all can still hear me.
Now we
But
can
we
hear
can
Okay, you
hear
can
you.
hear me.
We can
Okay,
we
hear you,
can
so I'm not going to
Tressa.
refresh yet.
Please,
But
please.
if you plan it
No, you
right,
don't have to.
you can travel for cheap. What we do is the first thing we do is look for tickets, see how much the tickets are going to be. Then we research how much the hotels are going to be. We see how many people are going to kick me
Sorry,
out.
we lost
Tressa right there.
Tressa right
Am
there.
I back?
You're back.
yeah,
Yes,
you
you're
back. Yeah,
back.
you
Yes,
back.
you're
Okay,
back.
so if you split it by twos, it's cheap. So you look for the best time to buy your ticket. So you know your ticket probably is going to be the most expensive part of your trip. So you get your
Yeah.
ticket
Yeah.
first. Whatever you can pay for, if you're going to do any side trips, if you could pay for that in advance before you go, we do that too. We pay for whatever side trips we're going to do or whatever excursions we're going to do. We get that out of the way. Then we know our hotel is going to be the last thing we pay for, because you know you pay for that when you get there. So we look for the most reasonable price without skimping on our safety and and the quality of the hotel. We know we're not going to spend a lot of time in the hotel because we're going to be out touring the sites. So we get the best price for the money. That's going to be split by two, and we just go and enjoy ourselves. I like to eat. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a pretty thick girl, so my money is spent on food and maybe maybe some clothes or stuff, just out in that area. But I'm like you, I like the experience. I love to look back at my pictures. I love to think about where I've been. I love comparing what I've seen in other countries to America, and getting with Africa, dispelling the negativity of what Americans have heard about Africa. So
Yeah,
especially when I
yeah.
first came, it was just totally different than what I imagined it would be. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so, so,
I
so
like
were
the
you?
way
So were you?
you do your planning when it comes to your
How
traveling.
long does
How
it take?
long
Like
does
now
it
you're
take?
saying in
Like now you're
September,
saying in
you
September,
going
you going to Rome and
How
Paris.
long did it
So
take you
how
to
long did it
plan
take you
for
to
that?
plan for that?
So what we start doing, I plan. When did we start planning this, Julie? December? No, I think around November. Either
Okay.
October or November. That's when I started talking about. So it's almost a year in advance that we start planning this trip. So
Oh,
I
I
would
see. I
yeah.
see.
So start talking to the people that want to travel, the ones that I know like to go and that haven't been. So I start picking out the places where we're going. So and then I'll start doing research into the hotels. First, I'll look at the air prices to see what they look like now and what they're going to be in the future,
In the
and then
future.
get a
In the future.
guesstimation of the air
Sorry,
price
Teresa.
so I
Sorry,
could.
Teresa.
Uh oh, it kicked me
Sorry,
out.
Teresa. No. No.
Can you refresh
Can you refresh
your page?
your page?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Sorry about that.
We keep
We
losing.
keep losing.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
All right.
and now, I think before we can
My
continue,
computer
I think
is crazy, but it had an echo, huh?
probably it was from your side.
Yeah. Okay. Is it a little bit better?
Yeah, you are.
It's horrible. I don't know
Is
what's
it
going
better?
on with my
Okay.
computer or with my internet. It's just kind of crazy. But usually, maybe like a year, almost a year in advance, we start preparing for our trip.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get a
Okay.
guesstimation
Okay.
of prices, so that people can look at their budget and see how long it's going to take for them to save. I would like to. What
For
we
them to.
do is like maybe plan maybe 20% over the budget, so that we know that we'll have
Okay.
enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. No, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It sounds fantastic. I will ask you how much it costs, but I think with the rent value difference, it won't make any sense. So no,
No,
it's
look, hey, I
that's
have
not.
a conversion thing. You know what? I travel on a shoestring budget, girl. I don't be
Okay,
playing.
roughly, if you
I
may
don't
say.
play. Let me tell you. So it's 13 of us going. So it's 13 of us going. I'm gonna tell you how. So our
Okay.
total trip for the airfares, the hotels, and the train, because we're doing like it's cheaper to travel within the country. So our total trip came up to about 2,500. So that in South African rand. Hold on, I can tell you now, because it wasn't bad. Because girl, I don't have money to be spending like that. I'm poor.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How much? 25,000.
No. Twenty
It's
five
20.
hundred.
That's 2,500
Yeah,
Oh,
2,500.
2,500.
Yeah,
US dollars.
Oh,
yeah. So it for
Yeah.
those three countries, it actually wasn't bad.
it's 42,000.
Yeah,
42,000 rand.
42. Oh yeah, it kicked me out again.
Then
Now we can
is it
see.
after inflating it with the 20%, or it's just the
That's
exact
just the
value?
exact value what everybody is paying.
Then you plus 20. So in our South African rents probably will be looking at plus minus 60, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not bad because you want to, you want to have a good time. How
Yeah.
much like money you're going to spend on food, or how much money you're going to spend
Yeah.
on your like if you buy souvenirs, how much money the hotels are. This year, due to COVID, the hotel prices went up because I've never paid the amount that we're paying for the hotel. I never paid that price for Europe because Paris,
Before.
the hotels is like $163 a night, and that's a lot. And that's the cheapest I could find in Paris. In Rome, the hotel was like 110 US dollars a night, and that's expensive because when we wanted to go a couple of years ago, I was looking at hotels like $80 a night, $60 a night, but I can't find that now because of inflation. But it still wasn't bad. Our airline price was the most expensive too, because usually we would get a ticket to go to Europe for like 600 or 700. This time it came up to 9. So it was kind of expensive. So that's what made the prices go up. But usually it's not that much. It's not that much at all.
All
It's
right.
not that
Do I
bad.
need to refresh?
Dorothy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No, no.
Okay.
No, you still. Yeah, you need to refresh. Yeah. You need to. So, Dorothy,
While
tell us.
Trevor
Tell
is
us about
Teresa,
you.
refreshing, yes.
sorry, no, I was saying Teresa, I could
Dorothy.
hear her quite well. She
Yeah.
didn't need to refresh.
Oh, oh, okay.
All right. Tell us about you,
Oh,
Dorothy.
I mean, while Tressa was refreshing, tell us the experience. Now I get excited to realize that traveling is not as expensive as we put it. That I have
Yeah.
to wait for until I retire for me to start traveling. I can do some things over the weekend. So tell us about your experience. I know you don't wait for certain periods, but tell us. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'm more of a spontaneous traveler. I don't travel and plan ahead. Normally, when I go with a group of girlfriends, you'll have the one who does the admin and does the planning and the budgeting. But I'm more of a spontaneous traveler. So if I'm not traveling with a group, my husband and I would travel, or I would travel, but it would all be very spontaneous. Yeah, my traveling experience also started local. I explored a lot of South Africa, all of South Africa. In fact, I don't think there's a part where I haven't touched. And if there is, I will find it.
Have you been to Garankuwa?
Tell us about it.
Everywhere.
The best. Okay, tell us about the best experience in South Africa. I mean, where have you been to South Africa, and what did you enjoy about it? What was the
And
most?
then let me know if you're gonna
outstanding?
bring me there when I come, cause I want to go.
Yeah.
No, South Africa is beautiful. It really is. There's so many beautiful places. One of my sweet little towns is Dalstrom. Clarence is gorgeous. Also, very little, cute, beautiful town.
It is.
Cape Town, everyone knows it's notoriously beautiful. It's got beautiful scenery, beautiful lifestyle. It's gorgeous.
Cape Town is not South
Beautiful
Africa.
everything. That I know. But you're not talking
Cape
about
Town
Dalstrom. And
is not South
Dalstrom is in
Africa.
Mpumalanga, actually.
Yes, yes.
Dalstrom is in Mpumalanga. And let me tell you a little bit about a little bit of a story about Dalstrom. I will have sworn I'll never get to that town. Because when I was growing up, I think the only thing that was there was a post office and a small cafe somewhere, and I was like, "Yo, this is a dead town." And you're telling me it's a place to visit.
No, so I mean, I'm talking about weekend places. So places you'll just go say,
Yeah, yeah.
listen, you wake up early, you take a drive, and you say, let me go for the weekend to Dalstrom. So you won't spend too much time.
Yeah.
Clarence, you won't spend too much time. Kimberley as well. You go to Kimberley, it's a very cute town as well. You won't spend too much time there because there's not a lot to do. But those are places where you go for race as well. You go and you spend the weekend, but you're still out. You're out of Joburg and you're out
Yeah.
of the business.
So it will
and you explore.
refresh your mental state, and then by the time you come back on Monday, you are fresh, you're ready to go. And in terms of cost, what can you tell us? Is it pricey to go there, or what are the things that I can look for?
I use booking.com to book. And there's those there's a tab that gives
Genius
you
level
genius
scores
Yeah, Genius
Yes.
Level
that you
Awards.
get. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I normally get like a little good deal there. Otherwise, I'll call the place and say, I see the rate on booking.com is this much. Can you match it or take it less? And they'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll give you 500 Rand less or something. Because they have to pay commission to booking.com. So if you make a deal with them, they'll probably give it to you for a bit less and say, yeah, you can come through for the weekend and we'll give you slightly less.
That's nice.
Okay, so will they do that for Americans? Because you know y'all triple our prices. When they see me booking from America, the price skyrockets. It's not the same
You know
price.
what you need to do, Tracer? You know, we can beat the system legally. I mean, you just
Yes.
let us know that you are coming, and us South Africans, we book.
Yeah,
We're gonna
because
go
it's ridiculous.
together.
Because for my booking, I'm telling you, yes, we can definitely do that. For my booking in Paris, my friend in Paris gave me the hotel price, right? He's like, no, it's a great price. We used it for my company. Book the hotel. It was a great price. What he sent me, it was €89 a night. So that would have been right around $100, right? But then when it showed that I was trying to book
Then
from America,
the
it went up to
price escalated.
$189. He was like, how would they do that? I don't know. So police, I gotta refresh again, y'all. It kicked me out. So book for me. I want to go.
I've also experienced that in Brazil, they did that to us as well. You know, for the locals, it was cheaper, but for us visiting, we had to pay more. And there were so many interesting places, but then
Yeah.
because we were not from Brazil, we had to pay more. So it does happen in other countries as well.
Yeah.
So, what's the moral of the story here?
Find a friend in the country.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
That's not a get a friend.
I agree. I
Wow,
agree.
that's not therapy.
Hey, so Dorothy, what are some other local places you've been to? Like, what's a good place to go to just in Joburg area itself, because I'll be in Rudyport, always where I'm going, Neil, by Pearl. So I'll be by Pearl, but I'll also be visiting other people out there too.
Yeah.
But like just in Joburg, because I might bring some other friends with me. We are going to do Cape Town, but I want them to see, the good part of Joburg, but also see the true. Just see the true South Africa, the either the shanty towns or just something that I don't even know how to explain it.
I
You
get
know?
what you are saying.
Do you
Trevor,
understand?
actually,
Yeah.
I do get what you're saying. I hope
Yes,
everybody
I
gets
do
what you
as
are
well.
saying.
Let me,
I don't know if Dorothy has got a few that she can recommend, but I know that in our like if you're coming to Roodepoort, there's places that you can visit in Magaliesburg,
Okay.
at reasonable prices. You love food, they've got
Love
beautiful
food.
food.
Love
They,
food.
they've got beautiful restaurants that you can visit in Magaliesburg, like your Black Horse, going that
Yes.
side. And so there's
Okay.
quite a few that you can do around Roodepoort itself. But I do
Okay.
get that you want to give them the gist of Gauteng, of South Africa, and saying
Yes.
that, hey, whatever you hear other Americans
not true.
saying, it's actually not what what it is.
we actually have
Experience
a
it for
video on
yourself.
that.
Unfortunately, I'm like other Americans. I cannot recommend. Let's hear Dorothy or Pumzile or Nell
Yeah.
say
Hold on, Dorothy. Before you say anything, let me refresh. Just kick me out. Hold on.
Okay, while she's reconnecting, let me tell you a story about Tressa. So,
Yeah.
Tressa visited South Africa the other some years back,
Who
and
does have a
guess
video on? Because I interviewed some people out in America to see how they feel about Africa. You,
yeah. So guess where I took Tressa to? Deep Slot.
yes.
Have you all
Yes.
been to Deep Slot?
Yeah, I did.
We walked Deep Slot on foot
Yes.
with Tressa.
Yes.
Man, and she was braver than I am. You know what I mean? She was walking like
And you
she
only
owned the
told me
place,
that
eh?
you not take me to Dipsy.
Hey, let me tell you, I am brave. I'm braver than Pearl, because Pearl and Carol, they don't take the taxis. Please, I took the taxi into Joburg by myself. I know how to get to Joburg. I know it's one Joburg. I went to the biggest taxi rank out there, whatever that one is downtown. I hop on the taxi in a minute. So yeah, but I did Deep Sloot. Right? Yeah. Yes. And so, but some of the friends that I'm bringing with me, I want them, of course, to see the touristy part, like the what is that, Gold Reef City and Sun City and stuff. But I want them to see the true South Africa too. The poverty, even though your poverty is different from American poverty, your poverty, y'all know how to survive. Especially like with the shanty towns. Like, how do you build a place out of just your makeshift place, but you have a room in there? You have rooms, separate rooms, because I've been on some studies in service out there. So you have separate rooms. You have a bed. You have the floor is not. It's not a dirt floor. It's a foundation. It's like, how do you do that? Y'all survive. Which I wanted to take some pictures, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Our poverty is where we have people sleeping on the streets in tents, and it's messy. It's just filthy. Those shanty towns is not filthy. I walked in it. It wasn't stank. It was clean. But it was just makeshift houses. So, like I said, if I come back again, when I come back again, if I can go into the shanty towns again, I'll tell them they have the tiny house that we're paying $20,000 to build, that they're building for little or nothing. And I wish I can get somewhere where I can see exactly how they did it, to show, how you can, a house doesn't make a home. It's your perception of it is where you live. You have a roof over your head. You have a bed to live in. In those little shanty towns, they have their own little stores. I gotta refresh again.
Yeah.
I hate my computer. I'm sorry.
While Tressa is refreshing, Dorothy, give us more of the experience in Africa. I haven't
Oh,
traveled
yes.
much in Africa, yes.
Yeah.
First,
So,
why drive around Africa? Why did you choose to drive around Africa?
no, so the first experience that we had done, I think I'd finished varsity and it was the holiday period. And my husband and I decided to go backpacking. We didn't have a lot of money. So we decided to go backpacking and we went to Park Station and we asked, what is the cheapest bus out of South Africa? And it was
Wow.
Botswana. We got on that bus and we carried on going. We went all the way up to Malawi, going through different parts of the country, and we backpacked. We had very little money, so we were actually hitchhiking. We used the we used, we used
Wow.
the buses, the taxis, but it was such a rich and wonderful experience. People invited us to their homes and said, "Listen, come and visit our home, have a meal with us, then get on your way." We carried a tent and we were literally backpacking. So we were
Yeah.
going to
Dorothy,
backpacking joints.
you
Yes,
remind. I was listening to TED Talk. I don't know if you're aware of it. Um,
yeah.
this guy also was talking about backpacking, and what you experience or what you're telling us now, it's like I'm reliving that talk that he was giving, that he was backpacking, asking for accommodation from the strangers, and they would be asking until the wee hours of the morning, and then suddenly somebody says, "No, come over, spend the night with us," and I'm thinking, the way this world has turned out to be, I don't know, it's safer to do that anymore. Maybe a few years back you could do that, but can you do it now? I mean,
I must tell you, the reception that we got when we were in Africa was
yeah.
exceptional. Like everyone was so friendly, everyone was so accommodating. Everyone asked us about Nelson Mandela, but it was everybody was just lovely. It was lovely. It was
Wow.
surprising, to be very honest. Yeah, people just took us as ordinary people, and they all welcomed us in. And
That's
then the second one that I did was with a car. So we actually got into a car and we did the whole travel up to there. We had gone up to Kenya. It took us about 3 weeks and we had just traveled, got into the car and just drove different countries.
wow. Wow.
Um, I,
Okay, I
I,
have a
I,
I
video.
like your
you know
Very
experience.
nice
what?
experience.
One thing I wanted to say about your concerns, it was my concern as well to say, hey, backpacking, hitchhiking. I don't know if I can do that. But now I'm thinking, I know your husband once said to me, we can sleep at the beach. And I'm like, eh? I'm like, yeah, let's go to Durban. I'm like, I don't have money. It's like, hey, we don't need money.
Let
If we
me let
get
me
into
let
the
me tell you a
bus, we're
story.
gonna
Let,
get to, we'll sleep at the beach.
Wow.
And I'm
let me
like,
tell you a
Wow.
story.
is that
Um,
possible?
Bigile, let me
Yes.
tell you a story. So it was a Friday evening. We were coming from work, my wife and I. We're coming from work, and as we were driving, we're approaching our home, and I'm thinking, we have the weekend to ourselves. Where can we go? And then we decided, no, let's go to Durban, right? That's like a 5-6 hour drive from where we used to stay. So we decided to drive to Durban the first thing on Saturday morning. So we left 3 in the morning and we drove to Durban. 6 o'clock in the morning we were there. Mind you, we didn't book anything. We just jumped into the car. We drove to
You've got
Durban.
a car, you've got a
Yeah, yeah.
bed.
And then we parked there at the beach there next to Shaka Marine, and we're like, you know what? We need to freshen up. Let's look for accommodation. We went from one hotel to another. It was
Wow.
fully packed. Guess what? It was the 1st of July.
Yeah.
Everyone had booked for the horses, and we didn't have
Wow.
any accommodation for that.
Oh,
So
Durban, July.
Durban,
Like
July. So we didn't
it
think
is
of it.
available.
So when you do your booking,
The
just remember
event.
these events, eh? Otherwise, you sleep on the road.
Actually, I mean, did you have any worries about sleeping on the road? Because again, like we are saying today, let's
Yes.
Yeah,
buy the experience. It's
yeah,
not about how much money you're going to spend on something. It's
Yeah.
about what is it that I'm going to get out of it. Today, you
Yeah.
are sharing your experience to say you couldn't get accommodation because of a certain reason, but it's a
Yeah.
story that you're sharing. It was an experience that you went through. So I think there's a lot that we're doing to limit ourselves when it comes to traveling. We don't really need to have a lot of money, to worry about a lot of things. We can do
Yeah.
Yes.
a lot. Dorothy was sharing that I can go to Dahlstrom. Now I have to think, okay, if the experience is not nice, I can drive home.
Let me tell you
Right?
something,
Okay,
Philip.
Yeah.
so when me and Pearl go to Mpumalanga, I'm gonna tell Pearl I want to go to.
Belgium.
You said Dahlstrom. How do you spell Dahlstrom? Let me tell her right now.
It's DULL.
Uh huh.
It's DULL
Uh huh.
STR.
About
I think it's double
yes,
OM.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Am I
I'd
correct?
like to
Yeah,
add to
Yeah.
that figure, with
yeah. And that's closer to the.
yes,
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
Yeah,
just
sure.
go
wanted
ahead.
to add to your point where you mentioned that you don't need to have a lot of money. I can tell you that for all the traveling that I've been, I didn't have much spending money. And at first, I used to worry, about buying stuff and looking good for the pictures and whatnot. And I found that it doesn't matter. It's the experience that counts. And when I look at the memories, I hardly remember that I didn't have money to experience or to buy other stuff and all of that. And my friends used to say, as long as we are there, that's all that matters. We can go to the beach, we can do all the free things, but it's the memories that count. And I took it so from that time, that's how I viewed the traveling. That it's not about
Right.
how much money you have. You just have to enjoy being there, the different atmosphere, the different people that you meet, and making friends. That's all that matters.
Right.
So now when I look at my pictures, I don't even recall some of them that I didn't have enough money to spend. So it really is about the experience.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that because when I first came to South Africa, I think I only had
All
200
right.
US
Wow,
Thank you
dollars.
for that.
that's
For 2 weeks
wonderful.
I was there and I made my little money stretch. I bought me my cute little souvenirs, but I ate good. I ate real good. But I had my little souvenirs and I was happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Tressa, you want me to
Dorothy
play
was
that video
about
of
to
yours?
share with us, well, what other places, looking at the time as well.
Oh, I've
Other
been to
places that we can
Zambia.
visit
Yeah,
in South
I
Africa,
did.
other than Africa.
Oh yeah, show this. Yeah, go.
All right, let me show this quickly. It's 2 minutes because we're almost running out
Okay.
of time, and then we can take it out.
Words that come to your mind when you picture Africa?
Speak up.
Three
When I
words.
picture Africa, three words that come to mind. Sadly, I think poverty.
Yeah.
I think development, and I think famine.
Okay.
It's
All
sad,
right.
isn't it? That's bad. That is
No,
sad.
because that's a lot of
That's
feedback
bad.
we've gotten. And how about you?
I would say black.
Uh-huh.
Um,
If you don't mind, sorry.
hot.
Black heart, yeah.
And I would say love.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, isn't he special?
Isn't
Okay.
he special?
Now, would you ever vacation in Africa?
Yeah, absolutely. I have already North Africa, which
Okay.
isn't sort of not sub-Saharan Africa, but yeah, I definitely would. I'd like to.
Okay. All right, good. And how about you?
I went to Kenya 15 years ago
All right.
for safari.
Okay.
Very cool.
And would you go back to Africa
I
to
would love to.
vacation? How about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely go. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Any day.
Now, it's been said by different scientists and, individuals that life originated in Africa, but a lot of people don't go there, regardless of where it originated. What do you think would attract tourists to Africa? What do you think they need to do? We see National Geographic specials, we see the Serengeti, and everybody goes for that, but what do you think? People vacation everywhere else, Paris, France, but what would draw people to Africa?
I think these days people are concerned with safety when they travel abroad, and when you see what's happening in places like Sudan, And when you see what happened to the team, the soccer team from Togo, when they played in the African Cup this year, it brings a lot of fear to people's minds, and I think what they worry about most when they travel is security. So I think if Africa and certain African countries could promote safety and security within their tourism plans, then they probably attract more people.
Very good. How about
I
you?
would say exactly the same.
Exactly. Ditto.
Except that seeing something else, that bad things about Africa on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Showing
something
good things
good.
that are happening.
Exactly. Except war
Yeah.
and genocide and things like that. Just keep on going.
Yeah. Move on to more
Yeah.
positive subjects.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. Well, gentlemen, we thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sure appreciate it.
No problem.
And
Stressa, I think that friend of mine is from South Africa. Oh, is from Africa. I don't know why he's scared.
Now you're
All right.
the one who projects a different view of South Africa to others. Don't say that.
Yeah, a lot of when I visited the US, there was this misconception or thinking that we live with animals. You know,
Yeah.
we've got lions roaming in the backyard,
The backyard.
and we got zebras. And I said, no, we don't have zebras. We have zebras. We manufacture them here. So we call them zebra. And one asked me, do you know so and so from Ghana? I'm like, ooh, Ghana, South Africa? No. So it is a big place.
But again, I feel like it's being ignorant as well. To say I'm taking this to myself as well. To say that I don't know what's west, what's north, what's there. It's because I'm ignorant about Africa. So for
Yeah.
me to know, I need to do my research. I need to
Yes.
find out what's in the West Africa. Who is coming from West Africa? What do they do? What do they eat? If I can, I mean, let me travel to that country and experience their culture before I can say, hey, these people, I don't like them, or these people are like them. Because I think everybody now, Google has
Exactly.
opened the whole world.
Right.
Globally, if I want to go to America, I will know exactly where I want to
That's
go and
true.
what I want to do there.
Yeah.
How about
Exactly.
you do the same in Africa? What do they do? How do they live? And don't take just what I say to you. Do your own research before you can actually
That's true.
say something to others.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
100% with you, and that's the problem that we have here in America. We don't do research. We rely on the videos that that TV show that they show us. They only show the poverty just to raise money. So we rely on UNICEF to see what's going on in Africa. I had the same misconceptions
no.
before I came,
No.
right? Even because I have friends from Ethiopia, and didn't even real. Another crazy thing, which is so sad, and a lot of people don't know this either. I didn't realize South Africa was a country. I just assumed when they say South Africa, that's the part, the southern part of Africa. It's not a country. So there's like, what country? Oh, Johannesburg is the country. It's like, no, Johannesburg is a town or the capital in South Africa. So so we don't know. And UNICEF, when the only thing I knew about South Africa was apartheid. And I didn't even know what apartheid was. I was like, I just know, apartheid is going on over there. They're fighting over there. They don't live good. It's horrible, but I want to go. I definitely want to go because I want to see.
You wanted to go.
Yeah, I still want to go. It's like, well, let me just
For
see.
yourself as well.
Yeah, let me come
mean,
see for
I don't know
myself.
whether it touched on this as well. The hospitality of the African people.
Yes.
I think I do understand visiting to some African countries. They are very welcoming. They are very accommodating. They respect others. So what I worry about, whatever will just block me to say, okay, I'm not gonna visit this country because they do 1, 2, 3. It's the perception that I get because I didn't do my research. I hear people saying this is bad, but African
Mm.
people, they are very welcoming. They are very
And very
accommodating as
friendly.
well.
Yes, yes.
So I think I'm not going to worry about this tomorrow. I'm going to backpack. One was like, it was it
Okay.
Botswana? I'm going to
Yeah.
backpack to Botswana.
All right, guys.
Dorothy,
All right,
you
guys.
and your husband take me to on that bus tour like y'all did. Just keep the snakes away from me and anything poisonous, but anything else, let's go have fun.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so
Okay.
much. We're running out of time now. At least we got 4 minutes left to our time. So I want to take this opportunity to give you a minute or two, not a minute even, but few seconds just to wrap up and tell us how did traveling affect your mental wellness? Like this is now, this is what you would recommend somebody to do because this is what it did to you. So let's start with Dorothy.
Um, oh no, sorry.
Oh, load shedding.
And then there was load shedding that we hear from Africa.
No, sorry. My office has
Oh,
sensor lights, so if you don't move for a while, it switches off
Then it
automatically.
Okay.
switches off. It's okay.
In terms of experiences, honestly, so I told you the first backpacking trip I'd done was after varsity. It was a very tough period. It was just a relaxation, and it was an experience, and it was just a emotion of let me learn more apart from books. Let me learn people. Let me experience things. Travel is insightful. It's rich. It's great memories. Um, and really, it is a mental tranquility and growth that you need.
Ah, thank you for that.
well,
Pumzile, how did
I would
traveling
like
help
to
you?
agree with Dorothy. It's very good for your mental health. For me, it was a stress reliever. You know, when you go to a country, for other countries, for me, it was more of appreciating what I have. You know, sometimes you think that you don't have enough and you're not grateful enough. So when you come to another country, maybe that's poorer than your country, then you get to appreciate more what you have and the life that you have. So for me, it has been that. And it has also helped to boost my happiness and satisfaction. You know, I'm more content, I'm more grateful for even being able to travel because for other people it's still not possible. For it just given me a lot of gratitude. And I can also say that during the COVID, it helped me a lot because, you know, when I would go back to my pictures and look at the memories, it brought that sense of relief and hope that, you know what, it's possible, it can happen again. And it really helped me a lot to cope with the COVID situation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Tressa?
I agree with both of them. You know, travel has opened my mind to see the world in a different light. Everything is not like America. You know, especially South Africa helped me to see where Louisiana get their culture from because I grew up in Louisiana. And South Africa remind me a lot of my hometown, Louisiana, just to see Louisiana people are hospitable. That we know how to survive. We know how to have fun. We know how to relax. So just traveling helped me to do that. And my computer kicked me out, y'all. So sorry.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right,
Figile,
thank you
maybe you
so
want
much,
to wrap up
everybody,
as
for
well?
coming in, for tuning in today. We appreciate your experiences. There's so much I took out of this, as to how it contributes to my mental wellness. It's a plus, but I don't need to have much, or too much money or a certain amount of money. I just need to plan right for me to be able to travel. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Newa, for your platform as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for accepting the invitation, guys, to be on our show. Hopefully, we'll have you once more when we have a show like this one that is fun. Or otherwise, Dorothy, we'll call you up sometime with another topic. Just be ready there. Check your emails every now and then. We'll send you an invite. But we really appreciate all your comments, your experiences. We've learned a lot. We've seen that traveling opens your mind as well. You get to see how other people live. And when you compare your life and with other people, you can see that, yes, you might be struggling, but there are a lot more people struggling more than you are. But how are they coping with that? So it also gives you a kind of a coping mechanism, when you're facing situations. And those memories in pictures, Pumzile that mentioned, kudos to that. They also bring you good memories. I have one video that I want to share. Please don't laugh. And that is where they
Okay, I'm starting to
Already
record.
laughing just because you said that. Hey!
Oh, wow.
that was my first time there.
Okay, that sounds
Alright. Thank you so much. Alright.
I don't know why we would laugh. That's a pro.
That was the first time, hey? That was my first
No,
time
you're
going
really
down
good.
that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do this more when I get back to Seattle. All right, thank you
Yeah.
guys. You have a great evening and be sure to join us next week. I think we're going back to a more serious note next week, but we'll welcome your comments
Yeah.
again.
Today I was
and you're
laughing enough.
participating.
So next week
Yeah,
it will
we
be
needed a
the
break
same
from it.
moment. At least you
Yeah.
guys took me away this week. I visited other countries, other cities in South Africa. Next week we're going back to be too serious, but too serious that is linked to what we are discussing today as well. Because what's
Yes.
important is we need to cope.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, my name is Neo Morapedi for NMP Talk Show, and we signing out. Bye, everyone.
Kudos.
Bye.
Last